This picturesque site of the U.S. Naval Academy is the site where the Lehigh and Lafayette men and women's basketball teams' futures will be played out this weekend in the Patriot League tournament. Well, Jeff, you know, earlier this week when we visited Northampton High School, we walked into the wrestling room, and what we noticed first was on the wall of revenge, and there was two teams on that wall. Easton was one of the teams. The other team was Parkland. Tonight, Northampton did get the revenge over Parkland. For the last few years, the Lehigh University wrestling program has been down, but with a historic past that includes 18 national champs, you knew it was just a matter of time till the wrestlers at Lehigh would be back on top. Just take a look at the media guide this year. It says the goal is clear. We're going to be back on top. Channel 69 Sports' Greg Murphy tells us how they plan on doing that. There's plenty to do this weekend here at the Patriot League tournament in Annapolis, Maryland. A lot of shops, but one shop you can't miss is the Hats in Belfry. In this store, you can wear many different hats and play many different characters. Last season, Lehigh and Lafayette women's basketball team played the role of upset by getting to the championship game. This year here in Annapolis, can Lehigh and Lafayette do it again and wear the crown of Patriot League women's champion? All right, Desi, best of luck to you. The brand new shortstop for the Philadelphia Phillies, and a big crowd on hand signing autographs. They'll be here. We'll have more coming up tonight at 10 o'clock live from the South Mall with the Philadelphia Phillies Caravan. Phil Shaner, Channel 69 Sports. Jeff?
Thanks a lot, Phil. Hey, maybe you can sign a few autographs while you're there.
Well, just one or two, maybe.
All righty.
Well, the Sixers used the Stackhouse trade to Detroit as a marketing tool. They tried to sell the quote-unquote new-look Sixers. They have a new look, but the results are pretty much the same. The Sixers still aren't any good.
You see the success of the Allentown Central Catholic football program in the fall on the football field, but it really starts underneath these bleachers and down these steps in the offseason. This is when the Vikings really improve. All right, Murph, well, more basketball, right? You had the college flavor, now the high school stuff, the Lehigh Valley Hoops Festival wrapping up. What a great weekend it's been. 3 more games today. Let's get right to the action earlier this afternoon. The marquee match at the Lehigh Valley Hoops Festival, the two teams warming up behind me. The number 9 team in the country, Plymouth Whitemarsh, against the number 4 team in the country, St. Patrick's. Last year in the Patriot League tournament, everyone thought Navy's ship was going to come in, but indeed it was Lehigh to get the upset win at Stabler Arena. This year, the tournament at Navy, can Lehigh ship come in again? Navy with the 93-85 win are going to the big dance. Lafayette finished the season at 19-9. Is their season done? We'll find out. Will the NIT give them a bid? Only time will tell. At the Patriot League Championship in Annapolis, Maryland, Phil Shaner, Channel 69 Sports.
Phil Shaner joins us with Holiday Sports.
Yes, holiday sports go on, Janet.
Yes, they do.
All right, we'll talk wrestling first. When you think of Lehigh University athletics, the sport that most likely comes to mind first has got to be wrestling. The program has produced 18 All-Americans over the years, but lately the program has been down a little bit. Channel 69's Greg Murphy tells us wrestling is back on top at LU. All right, Murph, thanks a lot. Let's shift gears now to basketball. Both Lehigh and Lafayette basketball teams will be on the road this weekend. The Leopards are off to Cheese Country, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Lafayette is coming off a 66-67 loss to Pittsburgh Monday night. And if you were around at 6 o'clock tonight, you saw the Channel 69 sports cameras on the road with the Leopards. The boys from Easton will be away from home 16 of their 26 games this season.
I think that when you're together on the road, you get a chance to hang out, eat together, watch film together. So sometimes you have a tendency to be closer on the road, and you're not as distracted as when people are going to go in separate ways at home. Where you have now, this is a great time because we're out of classes.
Let's talk about the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. There's Santa Claus. Merry Christmas, Santa. Leaving tomorrow for the west or left coast, whatever you prefer. Lehigh is coming off a buzzer beater over Vermont last Sunday. Lehigh will play Stanford and Long Beach State on the road trip. The two teams, Lafayette and Lehigh, meet in the Patriot League opener. Mark it down on your calendars, everybody. Wednesday, January the 7th. That rivalry continues. Now off to pro hoops. Michael Jordan and the Bulls working on Christmas. End of the third quarter. Watch this shot. We'll slow it down for you. Tony Kukoc from long range to end the quarter. He finished with 19 on the game. Tim Hardaway from Miami nails the 3, and Jordan, the Kukoc, to Scotty Brunell for 2, and the Bulls win it 90-80. Jordan finished with 24. Well, the Utah Jazz playing basketball this afternoon as well against the Rockets. We pick it up at the end of the first half with Hornacek with the miss, and right there's Karl Malone, who finished with 20 points for the tip-in, and John Stockton had 24. Rudy T gets a T. gets lighted up with not happy with the defense, and then Drexler to Kevin Willis, who had 25 at a losing cause. The Jazz win it 107-103. They're now in first place in the Midwest Division. Football under the Christmas tree today. College All-Stars meeting the Blue-Gray Classic. Gray up 17-3. And watch Alabama's Dennis Riddler. The Riddler going 18 yards for the touchdown. Made it 24-3 Gray, but Blue comes right back. Lon Johnson, 220-pound man, is in the end zone, 24-10. And then Texas's James Brown. He sung that song in Rocky IV, Coming to America, right? No, that's the Texas quarterback. 46 yards for the score to Curtis Alexander from Alabama. Gray goes on to beat Blue 31-24 in the color battle. All right, so one other game tonight, Janet, the Aloha Bowl, which means hello and goodbye. The final tonight, Washington 51, Michigan State 23. That was turned off in the sports office in favor of Mary Poppins.
Rather watch a movie than
Yes,
that game.
Mary Poppins.
That's a telling thing. Thanks, Phil.
Men's finals come up Thursday, 4 o'clock at Alumni Hall in Annapolis. Of course, we will be there. Besides the players and coaches and fans, a cast of hundreds behind the scenes worked very hard this weekend to pull off the Patriot League tournament. Let me introduce you to four of the guys that gave me a lot of help while I was down there.
Jumper 33, count it! And the foul. Jumper 55, rebound, offensive 24. Jumper 24, rebound, defensive 22.
They just simply call them the stat guys. You see, the players are the ones who make the shots, get the assists, and commit turnovers. But the stat guys are the ones who make sure the right players get the right credit that they deserve on paper.
Basically, I'm a spotter, and I tell all the action as it goes along, like shots, rebounds, steals, turnovers. And I talk, and Jim here, he types it in the computer, and it keeps all the stats, and it updates them every time he types them in. And Dan next to me is writes everything down by hand. He scripts it for us in case the computer goes down and we have to go back and look at a play. And Pat's in charge of substitutions and fouls. Assist 33. That's a 2. That's a 2.
Jim, Dan, Pat, and Keith make up the All-Patriot League stat crew from Lehigh University. And the stat guys take their job very seriously.
We started with scrimmages and actually had a tough time at first just learning the program, remembering all the codes and how to write things down and everything. But by probably the second week of the season, it became almost old hat, and now it's nothing.
I think it's very important to make sure that we get the stats right, because these guys practice all week and they come out here and they're playing hard, and you don't want to mess up the stats. You know, you want to get the shots down right so they get the credit that they deserve for the game. 4, turnover 44, steal 21, 21 good. It is some pressure, but it's also a lot of fun. We like to have a good time with it, but no, there's really not a lot of pressure during the game. I mean, if you don't have something done by half or by the end of the game, then you start to get a little heat. But
it makes you feel good when all these press guys are looking and saying, hey, thanks a lot. It's nice. It's fun.
The stat guys may have been overlooked by many this weekend, but not me. Up-to-date stats right in front of you on a computer screen, and then at the half and the end of each game, the stats come out faster than any basketball shot clock. So my vote for MVP of the Patriot League tournament goes to the stat crew from Lehigh.
Then it should be jumper by Savani, rebound Heary, offensive rebound Heary.
Right.
Guys, my MVPs. They gave me a lot of help while I was down there, and 3 of those 4 guys play baseball. So now they're getting ready to go to spring training at Lehigh University. They're part of the Lehigh baseball team.
They're used to figuring batting averages.
Yes,
probably.
they are.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Phil.
Now, Phil Shaner is live tonight at Liberty High School, and he sorts out the semis. Phil?
Well, that's right, Jeff. The point you made is very important tonight. Tonight's games are even a little bigger than championship finals, which are come up on Friday night for the teams playing tonight. The reason for that, if they want to get that ultimate goal, which is a state championship, they must win tonight. The winners tonight in the semis will qualify for states. The losers, as you said, will pack their bags. We're at Liberty tonight, a doubleheader here. The girls game, the first matchup as the teams warm up behind me. Girls 4A, Emmaus taking on Stroudsburg. Stroudsburg coming off with some confidence after a comeback win in the 4th quarter over Pottsville. Emmaus got by Whitehall. Now we'll take a look at the boys 3A matchups tonight. That's the second game here tonight. Bethlehem Catholic and Southern Lehigh. Southern Lehigh just got by North Schuylkill the other night, and Saucon Valley, of course, would love to see another matchup of the Colonial League Championship if Saucon could beat Bangor tonight, and Southern Lehigh gets past Bethlehem Catholic, but it's going to be tough tonight. The boys A game, Monterey and Schuylkill Haven and Martz Hall, and then Tri-Valley at Marion, the other boys A matchup. They should be good games as well. Girls 4A, the first game here tonight at Liberty. Emmaus takes on Stroudsburg. Emmaus the #1 seed. Hopes they can get by the Mounties tonight, who are riding with a lot of confidence after their win the other night over Pottsville. #2 Northampton takes on Liberty. Liberty won by 1 point the other night against Easton with an upset. They play tonight at Wilson at 7:30. And finally, the girls 2A, Panther Valley pulling the biggest upset of the weekend. The #1 seed Palmerton, they knocked them off over the weekend. They take on Saucon Valley, and Pine Grove takes on Notre Dame tonight in the girls 2A. So interesting matchups. Once again, we'll say it again. If you lose tonight, you're done. If you win, you still qualify for state tournament, and also you find yourself in the District 11 championship game come Friday night. Live from Liberty, of course, we'll have all the highlights tonight. Phil Shaner, Channel 69 Sports. Jeff, why don't you get your little seat pad and come on out to a game, huh?
I'm actually going to grab a camera and go over to Deer. It should test the nerves tonight.
Oh, yeah, you're always working, huh? Got to carry a camera.
That's why I get the big bucks. Thanks a lot.